Good evening, Chaba Sahib.
Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Namaskar. Good to see you in the seminar.
Nice, sir. It's a good program. You are taking initiative and organizing good programs.
Good evening, everyone. Sir.
Sir, good evening.
Namaskar, madam.
Sir, namaskar.
Jai Hind, madam.
Jai Hind, sir.
Happy elections.
सर इलेक्शंस तो हो गया ना कब से.
किधर हो गया और 2-3 फेजेस है अप टू फर्स्ट.
सर अपना अपना हो गया मतलब हो गया.
आप किधर है मैडम?
सर मैं इधर ही हूँ.
अच्छा ठीक है ओके.
सर आई एम द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर फॉर दिस मीटिंग.
हाँ वही लग रहा है थोड़ा बहुत.
सर मैं अभी मेरे अकाउंट से ज्वाइन कर रही हूँ इन 1 मिनट्स टाइम.
Everybody is requested to unmute his mic so that the presentation will be audible to everybody clearly. Good evening, Chitoda, and welcome.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening.
So, sir, you are looking very smart.
Oh, just I'm coming back from my own chapter. Thank you, sir. How are you?
How
I
are
am
you?
seeing you after so many days from that. After this IGNO, our visit to IGNO. I think this is the first time we are meeting, right?
Yes, sir, another visit is due to IGNU, sir. Sir, off the record, I request you at least identify 5-6 chapters from Eastern region who will pursue IGNU course.
Sure,
I,
sir.
I thought of giving you a call, but I thought because we'll be meeting here, why not make a request personally?
Sure, sir. Sure,
Similarly,
definitely,
sir,
definitely.
similarly, we can request Dr. Murthy to identify some chapters from Southern region and
Right.
Harshad from Western region, and you have to identify a person from Northern region.
No, I will, sir. It has to be done. It has to be done. It has
Ah,
to be done. Right,
yes, yes.
right. Madam, how are you, madam? Josna, madam,
Sir,
how are you?
I'm absolutely fine, sir. How are you? Seeing you
Yeah,
after so
correct.
long.
सर उसका
After
बारे
so
में
long, right,
सर उसका
right.
बारे में पूछेगा मत. She has gone on 2 months foreign tour.
Sir,
Oh,
sir, not at all, not at all.
when, ma'am, where you have gone? Actually, where
Sir,
did
I'm
you
here
go?
only. Chava sir is just. Sir, मेरा मजा ले रहे हैं वो और कुछ नहीं
नहीं नहीं ठीक है ठीक है.
है. He has actually allowed me to take off for 2 months from the work, professional work.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
why he's teasing me. सर किधर जाऊंगी इधर ही हूँ.
But I was in your state for last 3-4 days, especially at Panchgani, then Mahabaleshwar. I was there and I went for some consultancy for one of my good banker friends who is doing some consultancy job for the industry. So I could learn how this strawberry, mulberry, gooseberry, all I have seen, and I could have a lot of learnings from there.
Oh,
In
that's
those 3 days, I was there
Sir,
in
So that area
Maharashtra.
is
sir,
very rich.
mulberry is viable in India, but strawberry is not yet viable in India.
Actually, I have some observation on this, but thing is that the life cycle of strawberry, I think, is very less. That's the problem for us also. Because I was looking for somebody who was telling some farmers that 10 kilos production will reach to West Bengal as 8 kilo, because 2 kilos will be wasted because of their highly perishable nature. They are highly perishable in nature. But I think there is also technological innovations definitely will help, because this is actually I should say that it's an amazing fact that most of the farmers, they are dependent on the strawberry productions. I could find those who have got some land, they are all doing this for 4 months or 5 months during the rainy season.
Sir, they are tempted by high prices and high yields, but they are forgetting this perishable factor and marketing factor.
No, that's right. That's the thing. That was the only concern for this consultant also. Anyhow, but I had my good experience and most important darshan of Mahabaleshwar. That's an amazing experience. Panchganga.
Panchkani, na sir, you are talking Panchkani.
Panchgani, then from Panchgani to Mahabaleshwar Mandir temple. I went there. So, our CMA Alokesh Sattoji sir, when you are going to start the program?
Just right. We are waiting for a few minutes to join some other persons, and then we will start. Josna madam is
Okay.
the today's administrator.
I just want to introduce. I just want to introduce one of our, my very lovely friend and brother Supriyo Chatterjee. I have shared this link to him. He is also there because he is working on MSME, nature responsive, sustainable finance. So he also wanted to know from you what is your views and other things like that. So
Most
he is
welcome,
here.
Supriyoji. Most
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. Yeah.
Madam, start, should we start?
So, as you say, at
We should
or
start
else we can wait for two
in
more
time.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, time is running fast because we have to conclude by 9 or so.
No, it is not necessarily. We can conclude afterwards also, but we should stick to the time schedule because some other persons are waiting.
Yes, yes. So should I start?
Just you should start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I welcome
Good
you all
evening.
to this web meeting on how to turn around SME business. Friends, we all know that MSME sector is most promising sector that is contributing towards the national growth and GDP and providing huge employment opportunities for people from all walks of life. But at the same time, it's a harsh fact that this sector is still striving hard to get its desired recognition in the society at large. We, as cost accountants, are working to support this sector by all ways and means. Today's webinar is one such step in this direction from our team at Way Out Consultancy and Alokesh Datta and Company. We are trying to contribute our bit to help this segment to reach its desired goals. I invite and request CMA Chitranjan Chattopadhyay sir to throw some light on the vision of CMAs in this direction. CMA Chitranjan Chattopadhyay sir is a fellow member of the Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India and associate member of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, Chartered Public Finance Accountants UK with 38 years of experience in banking sector. Sir is a Central Council member of the Institute and Chairman of Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Committee and Indirect Taxation Committee. He is also member of several other committees, including MSME and Startup Board of the Institute. He is a great enthusiast to support the MSME sector. Let's hear him on his inaugural address. Over to Chitranjan sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening to you all. Just before I address, just one short into the corrections that now at present I am chairman of BFSI board and chairman of Internal Audit Assurance Standard Board. Therefore, these are only small corrections. Thank you, ma'am, for your
Okay.
introductions
Sorry, sir.
before my all participants. Very respected, I think the one of the mentor, I should say, the institute is getting huge, service, and he advised as mentor Dr. CMA Siri Chaba. And of course, Madam is always with us for taking our profession into a new height through his continuous, contribution for this institute. And our today's speaker, the person who is, I think, one of the very few cost accountants who think that something we should do than it with a dynamism, with a positive vibes for the MSMEs. When I was a chairman of MSME Startup Promotion Board, I remember the last council, CMA Alokesh Datta being the chairman of Bilaspur chapter, he He organized series of webinars, and many topics were very much relevant for the present scenario of the on the MSME. So my kudos and my thanks to CM Alokesh Datta and all other participants, ladies and gentlemen. And these are, I don't want to speak any theoretical issues on the MSME because you are much more perhaps aware than me even. But as a banker, ex-banker, as a citizen of the country, having my passion, you can say, having my passion for this MSME sector, especially in there is micro and small. What I have in my tenure of my job, I have been so much attached to these particular two sectors, M and S, that is micro and small. So therefore, I have seen the success, I have seen the failures. But one thing is very important: how to maintain an organizations if it belongs to M and S. Because once the migration from M micro to small, small to medium, so the first micro step those who are doing, and from the banking system I have found many obstacles, many they are facing due to their ignorance, due to lack of informations, due to lack of their coordinations, and even due to lack of knowledge to reach to the right people who can help them. Because I have seen many micro industries have started, but due to the wrong, I should say, not only wrong, the consultants or those on whom they have depended much, ultimately they have not been properly fed with the informations, and they have not been proper, they have been shown in the wrong track, and ultimately this micro and they could not become small. One simple example I am telling you from my life experience, that many micros, although today PAN has become mandatory, although the KYC has become mandatory, now GST has become mandatory for up to certain, after certain turnover. But let me tell you, the word income tax, the word GST still to some micro entrepreneurs are not very much palatable for them, because they always understand that if I grow, then these two authorities, these taxes will be binding on me, and for that reason they have not even complied. They are not even doing compliance, and they are being rather fed with some other consultants, those who are showing them that how you can avoid tax, how you can avoid GST. All these, why I am discussing this today, the session is a very important session. The turnaround of MSME means what? If there is an unit, that means the unit is already having some crunch. Either they have cash flow mismatch, they have got some cash crunch, they are facing some trouble. So in that case, when you are going for Mr. Alokesh Datta, I am sure he will be delving on these all topics, all these issues. That once a micro and small enterprise, when they are already built in with some perception that their growth will be deterred due to certain compliance issue, there it remains a problem for even for the bankers, even for the others to make it turn around. Because turnaround is one of the word in the industry, which is in the banking industry called as restructuring, rehabilitations. Bank helps the units for restructuring, for rehabilitations, through which the unit can be turned around. But when you are talking about turnaround, the unit should also have some positive, the factors they should comply. They should have there should be some ray of hope they should do. And I think here, as a professional CMAs, we have got a great role to play, to work as an advisor, as a consultant. And I have seen that many of the cost accountants are doing exceedingly well. Especially, I may refer you to some Gujarat units. I know some of the cost accountants are doing great job. But in the country itself, still CMAs have not been properly been, they are not known. That's one of the important issues before our institute. That's why we have started actively. We are doing many things from the institute level. We have come out with some publications. One of the publications I request you all to please grab the publications, that aid memorandum lending to micro, small, medium sector enterprises, including restructuring of credit, MSME credit. I am very much grateful to Dr. CMS Siri Chaba, who kindly took the trouble, rather he took the pain to take it to the Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari ji, who wrote forward in his own hand, and this book has got tremendous acceptance in the banking and even the Chamber of Commerce. Therefore, and I understand that the most important issue is that there should be the local language, vernacular language should be the medium of instruction for M and S, that is micro and small. We are not yet, to that extent, we have not yet been able to do it, but definitely in future it will be done. And today I must appreciate and congratulate CMA Dotto for taking this concept to at least some of our participants here who will be listening from him. And I'm sure that coming 1 hour will be very much enjoyable for us. And I request that all my participants who are here, let us continue this, this particular program, this sort of programs. I personally can help you with some of the good speakers. I can help you to reach to the bankers even. Being the chairman of the BFSI board, I know the bankers are also looking for a good credit proposals. They want quality credit. So for this quality credit, the bankers are looking for this sort of forums. So in future, we can also connect with them. With this, I am thankful that I have been given some opportunity to speak before you, and I am available 24/7 for any sort of suggestions or any sort of views that I could carry to my council. Thank you.
Thank you, Chittadam.
Thank you so much, Chituda. Thank you so much for your inspiring words and for your constant support to this segment. And whenever I hear you, I always find that you are like bubbling with so much of energy to support this segment. I'm really proud to be associated with you. Friends, you can anytime reach to Alokesh sir or through Alokesh sir to Chituda, and he will always be helpful to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And friends, now I request you, CMA Alokesh Datta sir, with whose efforts our today's program has been organized. So he's to address his keynote, to give his keynote address. Alokesh Datta sir is a Bachelor of Science from Kolkata University and a fellow member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is a practicing cost and management accountant and a registered GST practitioner. He is immediate past president of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Bilaspur chapter, and past task force member of Western India Regional Council of the Institute for Cooperative Trust, MSME, and Banking committees. He is having more than 40 years of industry experience in finance, auditing, costing, budgetary control, taxation, project financing, company law matters, and consultation in various fields. I feel he has worked in all the segments related to MSME sector. He's an activist for MSME sector and continuously helping several MSME units. He's regularly conducting live streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, and other social media platforms about different aspects related to professional interests, and he's a corporate trainer. He also developed and maintains website named CMA Guide India for helping CMA fraternity. He is founder partner of Alokesh Datta and Company, senior partner of RM Bansal and Company, MP Turakia and Associates, and proprietor of Alokesh and Associates, all cost and management accounting firms. Now I request Alokesh sir to deliver his keynote address.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Jyotsna ma'am. Today's program is organized with the thought that as a cost and management professional, we should help to the MSME sector, which is the backbone of our Indian economy. After COVID, there are several SMEs dropped into their mainstream because of different causes. I have visited several MSME units in Nagpur, in Bilaspur, Durg, Raipur, Calcutta, and Delhi also, and found that they need help from our professional expertise. With this aim, I have started talking about SMEs and trying to help them to turn around or try to help them in different schemes. So today's program is just a for for it. After that, we will conduct different other subject also on the same MSME sector. Thus, the Chittoda has already told that we have already conducted last year a series of webinars. At least 9 sessions are there where they are, and that has been appreciated by whole of the MSME sector. Then this year, once again we have started there. Now I start my presentation. Now, to start with, we have to describe the who are the MSMEs. First, we have to know the definition of MSME. Latest definition has been derived in the February 2020 by the Government of India. As on today, the MSMEs are three parts: micro enterprises, small enterprises, and medium enterprises. Micro enterprises are those enterprises whose turnover is limited to 5 crores and investment is limited to 1 crore. And small enterprises are turnover 50 crores limited to that and investment limited to 10 crores. And medium enterprises is 250 crores turnover limit and investment limit is 50 crores. This is the latest program. This is the latest definition of the MSME. Now, as on today, MSME means not only manufacturing and service sector, it is also trading sector also. Now, what are the challenges? What are the challenges between the MSMEs? Is my screen is visible? Anyone can speak?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
It's visible and it is running, na? Okay.
Yeah. No, sir. Slides are not moving.
Slides are not moving.
No, no, no. Only first slide is visible. Sir, you put it in slideshow mode. Then I think it will
Okay,
move.
okay. That
Yeah,
is
now
only,
it's moving.
yes. Now it is visible, na?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But sir, please put it in the slideshow mode, na, so that
No
whole
slide.
screen will.
If it is in the slideshow mode, so then slides are not moving in the Google Meet. I'm seeing in past 2-3 seminar, it is not looking right. Anyway,
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
That's okay.
right now, what are the challenges of facing by the SMEs? Number one challenge is the foremost challenge, a most important challenge is lack of financial assistance. SMEs are have the in the definition also. SMEs are the small companies or no small organization who are lagging with the working capital and have the less capital. As because they are coming just to boost the Indian economy and nobody is here to help them. Though the government has given several schemes for helping their financial help, but still it is inadequate in my opinion. But the first and foremost challenges is financial assistance. The SMEs are suffering from lack of working capital, lack of capital. Next point is lack of ability to compete. There are a lot of competition in the market, in the global market, as well as in today's economy, in India also. They have to compete with the large sector also. And the large sector has a tremendous capital, and they can go to the any extent for their publicity and to go to catch the order. So that there is an uneven platform for the SMEs to compete with the large sector. Next, difficulty in marketing. SMEs have less capital, less working capital, and so they are very difficult in doing the marketing. So this is also a challenges for the SMEs, which has to be addressed to. Next, high labor turnover, as they are not paying regularly or paying less to the skilled labor. The skilled labor, when they have the opportunity to go to the any other sector, large sector or any other company, they can go free away. And again, new person are coming in this company, and they have to train. So there is a huge labor turnover. This is also a very good challenges for the SME sector. Next, high data turnover ratio. That means SMEs is the last priority for a company to pay off. I have many clients of MSME sector, SME sector. Though they are not getting the delivered their services or supplied the materials to the PSUs, and they are reluctant to go make the payment to the SME sector, because nobody is here to listen to the problem. Everybody is listening to the large sector, because they have the licensing officer, they have the very good connection with the top officials. So the SME sector is very good, very badly suffered with data turnover, because they cannot get the money even after 3 months. I have seen one of my client getting the payment after lapse of 4 months, and as a result of which he or she has to take the loan from market with the higher interest rate. So this is a serious problem also facing by the MSME unit. Lack of business expertise. As the SMEs are less capital, they cannot hire the professional like us. They cannot hire the professional engineer. They cannot expertise in their professional field. They cannot hire the professional in different fields. So they are lagging for expertise. Again, the cost of compliance, which Chitoda has already told, that the compliance is gradually increasing in India. So these are the lacuna of the person who has doing in the SME sector business in the SME sector to fight with the compliances part, and this is costing money gradually increasing. The cost of that compliance is gradually increasing. So these are the challenges. In my opinion, there are much more challenges, but these are the most highly addressable challenges which has to be addressed first to turn around the SME unit. Next, how to face the challenges. Now, we have already discussed the challenges. What are the different challenges? We have already discussed. Now, I have to give the solution also. When there is a problem, there is always a solution. When there is a lock, there must be a key. So, we have to find out the challenges. First solution is various government schemes available in the financial assistance. And in that particular topic, I have a separate presentation, and that will be presented in the next scenario, next coming weeks. We will discuss the different scheme available for the MSME sector for taking financial assistance. Here I am just mentioning that there are several government schemes available for financial assistance. Next, introduction of the latest technology. MSME unit must have to adopt the latest technology upgradation of that existing plant. Old plant cannot give the productivity money to compete with the largest sector. Now this is a competitive market, so you have to upgrade your plant and machinery equipment and machinery, so that you can have the scope to challenge the larger sector also. Next, they have to explore the new market through the exhibition, trade fair, MSME Expo, organization of domestic and international exhibition. There are several scopes given by the government of India to help the MSME sector. The MSME sector should take that advantage of that government help, so that they can flourish, they can market their product in the global economy and to increase their profitability and sales. Introduction of different incentive scheme and proper training of support to reduce the high labor turnover and lack of skilled manpower. That means they have to introduce different incentive scheme to attract the labor, so that they cannot leave the organization. That means if a worker produce higher production, he should be rewarded. The scheme should be such that if a person get guaranteed income, but if he does beyond the target, he should be rewarded. And similarly, if he fails to target, he should be penalized. That is the only thing that increase the productivity of the MSME sector. Next, take the help of MSME Samadhan scheme. This is a very good scheme of the government of India to reduce the data turnover ratio. Here, there is a MSME Samadhan scheme. 45 days are given for a company to pay the MSME sector. This is if you not get within 45 days, you have to make a complaint to the MSME Samadhan scheme. Under the MSME Samadhan scheme in the proper forum, there is a website also to take the to give the complaint, to raise the complaint, and you will get the get the result. I have tried this and get the result from my own client. Now you have to upskill your entrepreneurship. If you think that you will learn everything and cannot improve your skill, you will be fool. You are fool. If you have to progress, you have to read and you have to upskill your knowledge. By the way, I am still at 65 years age. I am still taking the soft skill course, skill heritage, for upskill my knowledge, so that I can deliver much more expertise knowledge to the different clients. So you have to upskill your entrepreneurship, and government has different scheme also for entrepreneurship to upskill the entrepreneurship also. Try to avail the services of the professional who are charging reasonable fees to MSME sector. Like our firms, we are charging very less to the MSME sector, and we are not charging at all to some extent to some small farms, so that they can grow, and after when they will go, they will obviously pay me. So we are thinking that this should be the approach of every professional to help the MSME sector to grow them. If they grow, we also grow. This is our phenomena, and our firm vision is that if a MSME sector grows, we also grow. With the help of proper professional, try to decrease the cost of compliances of various laws and acts. If you engage a professional, they must give the solution of compliance, and as a result of which the cost of compliance must be reduced. Try to take the full benefit of the reform government scheme of various ministries. Different ministries are have the different schemes for MSME sectors. Try to avail all these schemes, and on that particular schemes we are we will discuss separate in a separate webinar, because these are very vast topics which cannot be cope up with this particular session. Now come to the main point. When you take the charge of a turnover of a particular unit, now I am coming in a micro level. Suppose I have given a task to turn around a SME company. What I will do? First point is assess the current state of the business. First, I have to assess where the company or the business stands. For that, we have to conduct a thorough financial analysis. What is their revenue? What is their past 3-4 years sales? What is their expenses? What is the cash inflow, outflow, and what is the profitability trends, like this. Evaluate the company's competitive position in the market. That means what is the market share of that company? What is their pricing policy? What is the customer satisfaction of the company? If the customer is not satisfied with the product of the company cannot be grow. If the pricing policy is wrong, the company cannot be grow. If the company cannot penetrate to the market, the company cannot grow. So this is the very vital point. Apart from the financial analysis, evaluate the company's competitive position. And third most point is assess the company's operational efficiency. Because if the operation is not going on smoothly or is not correct, the company cannot grow. The company's operation efficiency means inventory management, supply chain management, production process, and dispatch module, and distribution channels, like this. These are the company's operational part, and that has to be also taken into care of. That means there are three aspects: financial analysis, market share and company's competitive position, and operational efficiency. These are the three key areas where we have to focus for a particular unit to address. Now, develop a comprehensive turnaround strategy. Now we have understood, after studying the lacuna of the companies, we have to go for a comprehensive strategy, turnaround strategy. How to turn around that particular company on the basis of our findings in the previous slide. We have to go for root causes of the company. What are the challenges company is facing? That may be internal, that may be external factors. Again, we have to measure the key performance indicators. We have to establish the goal. We have to set a target. We have to set a accountability among the employees, so that the company can adhere to that goal to grow further. Let's prioritize our high impact initiatives. That means, what are the high impact initiatives? There are several initiatives we have to take for turnaround, but the high impact initiatives are operational efficiency, brand value, diversification of the product and service portfolio, etc. Diversification of product and service portfolio means we have to see the product mix and diversification. If there is a possibility of diversify of the production, or is there any possibility of sector wise product specification and sector-wise product mix changing, etc., etc. That has to be look into the matter, so that you have to keep it in mind that the you have to thorough with the strategy, so that overall impact will go to upwards. For that, you have to take this measurement strategy, and after that you can implement it, so that the company can grow. If you identify the problems, if you make the strategy but cannot implement, the company cannot grow. So it should not be a paperwork. It should be the practical oriented aspect, so that any person, any company, any business organization can grow with your efforts. Now you have identified the problems, you have made the strategy. Now come to the straight operation. You have to implement now. Now you have to implement that part. What is streamline the operation and reduce the cost? Number one point is optimize the workflows. You have to identify the wasteful operations and wasteful steps and automate the manual process, so that where it is possible, you can implement the technology and implement machinery, so that time the productivity can be increased and product workforce can be optimized. Next point is how reduce the inventory. Just in time inventory management should be introduced, so that working capital can be freed up. If you holding the huge inventory, it is no meaning, because inventory means cash. And if you are holding the cash, how you can rotate your money, working capital? You will stuck on that. So you have to look into the point for inventory level also. And just-in-time management is the best tool to invent. Renegotiation with the supplier contractors. Now you have to start the negotiation with the supplier and contractor. For what purpose? For the purpose of to supplier to extend the credit period, so that working capital can be minimized, and talk to your customer to get the payment early, so that working capital can again be reduced. Requirement of working capital can be the main object for negotiation with the suppliers and contract. And for the better rate, if you go for a supplier, go to a supplier and tell them that instead of taking 1,000 in one time, and if you can purchase 2,000 per time for one time, can it be a rate discount? Can it be a term? You can give a better credit facility to us. So you have to negotiate things in this aspect also, so that the company can be reduced their working capital. Now, after improving the workflow, if you have to you have to move for improvement of the financial management also and cash flow. Optimize payable and receivables. How it can be done? It can be done by critically analyze the cash flows and fund flows. If you critically analyze the cash flows and fund flows of the company past 3-4 years, definitely you will see that there is a chances of optimizing the cash flows, cash inflows and outflows, negotiate the payment terms and suppliers, and implement the prompt invoicing and collection procedure, which I have already told. So optimize the payables and receivables is one of the method to improve the financial management. Manage inventory efficiency. Implement lean inventory management. just-in-time inventory management. These are the tools for inventory management so that the company can reduce the carrying cost of the inventory as well as can be able to reduce their requirement of working capital so that with the limited resources they can operate and productivity can be increased. Secure financing options. You have to explore the alternative financing solutions. That's cash credit facility, small business loan, liens credit, invoice factoring. Invoice factoring is very important in this aspect. Nowadays, the SME can go for invoice factoring. They can submit their invoices to the certain banks with which his client is tied up and take the benefit of invoice factoring and get the immediate payment after discounting that inventory and that invoice. This is the small percentage, 2-3%, and they can in this way their working capital can get back to their workflow and they can increase their productivity. Next point is monitoring financial KPIs. Key performance indicators of the financial part. That is, regularly you have to analyze the cash flow and fund flow, liquidity, debt equity ratio, PBT to cash sales ratio, and different sales ratios, financial ratios you have to monitor so that the financial management can be improved and in turn the productivity and profitability can also be increased. Now, another aspect is and I think this is the most important part, is the strengthening the leadership team and company culture. If the company's culture cannot be improved and the company's employee cannot be boosted up, the company cannot be turned around. Empower employees. You have to create a situation, collaborative environment, so that company can think that he belongs to that company. Self of belongingness should be nurtured so that the company can take his own decision and give 100% for the company. Develop the strong leaders. You have to choose some persons who are giving excellent work and give them leadership so that they can come forward and take your company ahead. Prompt accountability. Promote accountability. If you at the same time, you have to set the accountability also. For that, you have to set the target. You have to be transparent so that everything should be in the eyes of the everybody, that if I am failure in this part, I will be caught and I will have to be punished. So you have to define the job description also. If there is an overlapping, if everybody's work is nobody's work, so you have to identify the role of every employee and keep it in a documentation so that everybody knows what is his job and what is his accountability and what is his responsibility. Foster positive culture. Cultivate some culture so that for small achievement the company employee can be rewarded. They will be happy to take a small piece of pain if you encourage him, and as a result of that, total team spirit will be boosted up. And the main motto of all these things is that has been you have to environment, working culture environment. If there is a working culture environment, you can go ahead for that. You can go a long way. You have to build a work culture. If there is no work culture, you can apply many things your company cannot be turned around, because employees are the backbone of the company, and they must have to be boosted up. Now revamp the marketing and sales approach. As on today, there are several marketing tools, digital marketing, and different marketing strategies are there. You have to revamp the marketing and sales approach. If necessary, you have to go for digital marketing. One of the free marketing tools I can tell that Google My Business. It is a free marketing tools. Your business can, if a business can, any business can enlist in the Google My Business, and that will be visible in the local market, and in that way they can get the client, and Google cannot charge them. It is not an advertisement. It is a just listing of their company's name in the Google My Business database. And if anybody is searching for the services or product near in the local market, they can have that your company's name, and you can have the opportunity to sell them. This is one of the aspect, free tools of digital marketing. There are other tools also, which is a very big topics which we can discuss in a separate seminar. Now leverage technology for efficiency and growth. Technology is a must. If you do not introduce the technology or implement latest technique, and equipment are not upgraded, you cannot grow. One of the aspects is that cloud computing. If you go for cloud computing, you can reduce your IT infrastructure cost, and you can collaborate remote SMEs also, and with the collaboration you can also both grow at a time, and it is far less costly if you go for cloud computing. Business automation. You will heard that there is a WhatsApp automation, business automation. These are the new technology coming in the present day to streamline the business and to monitor the business and workforce, so that business can done automatically, and you have to save your time and put your energy to the production and other aspect also. Another thing is the data driven insight. Data analysis. Data analysis is the main phenomena for everything. Whatever we have talking about, all the basis is the data. You have to take the data. You have to analyze the data to gain the visibility. You have to study and improve yourself on the basis of the data. That is, you have to introduce the you have to go for a chain, a system for reporting system, so that you can have the data from the top level, in the top level, from bottom level, and analyze that data regularly to improve yourself. E-commerce capability. Nowadays, the e-commerce sector is flourishing much more than that offline business. So if you go for e-commerce business at that along with the offline business, there is no harm, and you can have the good market in the online and can be survived. At the same time, you can also have the visibility and wider marketability of your product or services. So go for e-commerce capability. If you have e-commerce capability, you can go further in a long way. Explore funding options and secure investment. We have talked about the alternative financing. There are several aspects for alternative financing. That is angel investors. Seek finance for high net worth individuals. Angel investor. Angel investor, who are angel investor? The persons who are rich enough and willing to invest in a profitable business. You have to catch hold on and try to convince them to invest in your business so that your financial strength will be increased. Again, another aspect is the venture capital. Venture capital is the another aspect. You can collaborate with another SMEs so that you both can grow itself. You can utilize joint capital to increase your both companies. Small business loan, that is cascaded loans, word of loans, crowdfunding, that is also an online platform for raise the fund. These are the different aspects of an alternative financing. We will discuss this in another seminar or webinar in detail. Just this is an outlook of this series. Today's webinar is the just outline of the what we are going to be done. All will be given in details in coming session. Keep away, keep close with our program, and we will definitely give you help. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. I hope everyone would have enjoyed and would have learned a lot from this. And now we can go for some question answers. If somebody wants to ask something, can unmute yourself and please ask. Otherwise, we will go for the conclude, concluding remarks.
I think Supriyo has got some questions.
Okay, he is welcome to ask, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It's not a basic question. Basically, it's my just I wanted to share my appreciation and the contextuality of the issue, because I think I need to get back to you again with a specific question. But this entire concept of turnaround of MSMEs seemed really, really very effective to me. Being, as sir mentioned, that we are working on a solution, digital solution to help MSMEs become sustainable. So whatever you said and your future plans are quite in line with what we are actually planning or aspiring to do. So definitely we will be back. I'll be back to you with, I mean, the future planning and some concern and questions if it is there. But thank you so much for engaging me, inviting me. I really learned a lot from here. Thank you.
Thank you. You are most welcome to come with any problem. We are here to help you.
Thank you, Mr. Supriyo, for sharing your thoughts. Now, I invite Dr. Srihari Chava to sum up this session. Sir is an accomplished professional with more than 50 years of hands-on experience in various industries, a passionate author for more than 10 books and numerous articles in journals on journals of national and international repute to his credit. He's a very sought after teacher and orator, a postdoctorate in commerce and management, and guru to all of us. I invite and I request Chava sir to give his concluding remarks. Over to Chava sir.
Friends, I bow with reverence to all of you for the thought stimulating opening remarks by CMA Chitto sir, knowledge funded presentation by CMA Alokji. In fact, as he suggested, each slide in his presentation can be a subject for one webinar for further guidance and further execution. And at the same time, we are all very impressed by the gracious moderating by CMA Josna Rajpal. And I have a small suggestion. In place of saying turnarounding the MSMEs, can we think of revibrating the SMEs or something like that? The turnaround is a traditional term. Can we carve out a CMA term where it becomes more attractive? And at the same time, I would like to squeeze a few minutes from you all to share an experience. About 35 years back, there was a unit which was suffering from sickness. They wanted to improve the quality. It was a paper unit, and one of the qualities of the paper reading and printing and writing paper was brightness and whiteness. In order to improve that, they went to Germany and Japan. They searched out a small machine which is known as Tizen machine. At the time, the machine was available for 25 lakhs. And this machine was the key factor for turning around the entire industry, that particular paper unit. But the point I would like to make is the shareholders of the Tizen company in Japan were just 4 persons: father, mother, son-in-law, and daughter. That's it. These 4 persons were specializing in capital equipment and marketing through a well-known international organization. That is their success. And our Honorable Prime Minister keeps on speaking about models of Germany. About 20 years back, I was visiting Germany, and we can find each house is a small industry there. Could be watch industry, it could be glass industry, and it could be various industries, and offering fabulous incentives for the customers. Now, from a CMA forte, sirs, can we think of a life cycle planning for MSMEs, and CMA MSME sweat partnerships? I'm throwing up the idea, sweat partnership. We don't want money. After 5 years, you become vibrant and give us 5 lakhs at one go. And what is lacking is, in the Indian scenario, vigilant banking. Many times, the industry started for the incentives and concessions extended by the government rather than the merits of the product and viability of the product. And this could not be prevented because our banks are not vigilant. If the banks are vigilant, if they are systematic, a lot of these things can be eliminated. And a small clue could be, what is promoter's net worth, personal net worth at the commencement of the unit, and what is the net worth of the promoter when the unit becomes sick. This becomes a very good parameter for preventing the sickness. And I would also suggest, let us carve out some case study based presentations. So this is the next MSME. This had these problems. So this is how it overcame and turned around and became vibrant. And at policy level, we would warrant separate policies for micro units, small units, and medium units. When you can segregate MSMEs from large scale sector, why not segregate within also? different incentives or different approaches. For example, micro, there are no compliances. Could it be GST or could it be Provident Fund or could it be ESI? Anything. No compliances at all. No tax at all. So some such vibrant policy is needed where our institute can play a pivotal role. And that comes to a key point. We are on the, see, we are reaching 4 trillion. But what's going to be at 10 trillion? Who is going to achieve 10 trillion? In order to achieve 10 trillion, according to me, because of the increased population, employment opportunities are dwindling. MSME is the only answer. MSME is the only answer. At the same time, thank you, Alapji, for your grand initiative. We are all with you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We will definitely focus on your guidance and suggestions, and in near future you will see that we will go abide by your suggestions and guidelines. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We can call this meeting. We can call off for the day and see you
Thank
in the
you.
next session. And we will be like informing all the members here. So see you. Good night and have a nice working week ahead. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank you, thank
everybody.
you,
Bye
thank
bye.
you.
Okay, bye.